Hello again. Sorry, I'm just posting this Tuesday. I ended up babysitting my nephew yesterday, so I didn't get home till late. Um, so we are on chapter 40, which is called The Chronicles of Orin, and this is the last chapter. All right. And just so you know, I have not read this yet. So I am reading this the first time with you. All right. Months had gone by. New villages had been built. Countless lives, once fractured, had begun to heal. Once more, dragons roamed the land, and together with humans, began again to build a society and culture of peace and law. Although most of the people left the Valley of the Dragons, Prince Gorgon stayed behind. He helped to plan, negotiate, and draft new treaties with the help of Aiden, Lily, and the dragons. Once everything was in place, the prince, his father, mother, and his entire family returned to Castledom to begin rebuilding. Lily, who possessed royal blood as the daughter of Bonwilla, the high priestess, also chose that time to return to her people and rule the beautiful islands of Land's End. Grandmama gathered many of the people from Orin and helped them return to their village, where she would be grandmother to a new generation of children, and another and another. Endowed with special abilities from her son, Orin, Grandmama would be a gift to the village forevermore. On the first day of spring, Aiden, his father, and Mackenzie, along with Damon and Charles, gathered on the bank of Loch Mire. It was to be a day of celebration, yet at the same time it was a sad day. For today, all had gathered to bid farewell to Orin, whose deteriorating health signaled his imminent departure. Aiden, don't look sad, said Orin, as he teasingly ruffled his hair. Life is all about new beginnings. I've been waiting for this day for so long. 13 years ago, my love was taken from me by a cruel twist of fate. Today, all will be made right. What will I do without you? Asked Aiden. Who will guide me? You will rule together with Algadon and the dragons and create a world of beauty and peace. The dragons will serve as your ministers and your advisors. Treat them well as they will you. Orin started walking toward the lake when he turned and winked toward his son. So tell me, have you learned how to use those wings yet? I'm learning as fast as I can, blushed Aiden. All in good time, my boy, all in good time. Mackenzie stood behind Aiden, gently stroking his wings. They sure are beautiful. Why can't I have wings like this? Just then, a stirring in the water caught all of their attention. Up out of the shallow end of the lake arose the beautiful Belterra, dressed like a bride on her wedding day. Her eyes went from one person in the group to the next. First, she looked lovingly at Aiden. She then turned to Mackenzie, nodding approvingly. She then turned to Damon and Charles, smiling as only a goddess can smile. Finally, her eyes met those of Orin. Tears of joy ran down both sides of their faces as Orin, without any word spoken, waded out in the lake to meet her. They stepped slowly out into the deeper sections of the lake, and they stopped and turned toward Aiden. We will be watching you, said Belterra proudly. You will grow as a human and as a dragon. You will change in ways that will excite you and challenge you. You will be the leader of all the dragons and the judge of all the judges. Use your gifts wisely, my son. Thank you, said Aiden softly. I'm so glad I had the chance to meet both of you. Oh, that reminds me. Aiden flashed a big grin. Father, about the Council of Good. You know they're waiting for you. I know, said Orin with a wink. They're going to wait a very long time. Aiden nodded. That's what I tried to tell them, he said with a laugh. That's what I tried to tell them. Orin and Belterra disappeared into the waters of Loch Mire, never to be seen again. but always to be felt in the hearts of those they left behind. Aiden sat down on a large rock just away from the shore with a set of empty scrolls. "What are we going to do today?" asked Mackenzie. "Are we going on an adventure?" Aiden laughed. "Yes, my little angel," he said as Charles and Damon drew near. "We have many, many adventures ahead of us." "Adventures with Mama," said Damon as he cooed softly. "I found my Mama." "Please," quipped Charles. "All of your silly mama talk is making me ill. In fact, you're probably a little too big for needing your mama around all the time." Damon gave Charles a dirty look. "All right, you two," said Hayden. "Let's play nice. In fact, go somewhere else and play for a while. I have some work to do." "What are you doing?" asked Mackenzie as she flopped down on the grass, placing her hand under her chin. "I'm going to write a story," said Aiden profoundly. "I'm going to start today before I forget one little detail." "What are you going to write about?" "I'm going to write the story of my father and my mother," he said with a grin. Aiden placed an empty scroll in his lap, licked the tip of his quill pen, and started writing. "As I have borne witness to all things I hold dear and true, these are the chronicles of Orin." "Will it be a love story?" asked Mackenzie. Yes," said Hayden as he lowered his pen thoughtfully. "In fact, it will be the greatest love story of them all." "Will it be scary?" she giggled. Aiden got a faraway look in his eyes. "Yes, little one," he said mysteriously. "Now that I think about it, it will be very scary." "Woo!" she squealed with delight. "I can't wait to read it." And so it was. Their adventure continued on forever and ever and ever. The end. The end. All right. Let me know what you guys think. But I wanted to read you the email that the author, Alan St. Jean, the email that he wrote me back when I first emailed him, because there's something really cool he told me. So he said, absolutely, about sending me the chapters. "I'm attaching the Word file for the book. There may have been some minor editing changes, but it's pretty accurate. It's an honor that you would want to finish the book with your class. Please send them my regards. And, you didn't know this, but there's a game on my website. It's on the main page, a big red button. It's a classroom adventure, but kids could play it themselves if they'd like. So you could play this at home. It's like an escape room. Lots of questions, a quest for Aiden. He says you will love it. And if I need any help or you need any help, he says we can ask him." And then he said he made the game himself last summer when he was bored. And then he says, "Just kidding, I never get bored. Let me know if there's anything else you need. Best wishes." So it's really cool that, first of all, he sent me the book to read to you guys, that he let me record it for you, and it's really awesome that he made a game on his website and told me about it, to tell you about it. Told me to tell you. Because it sounds like not a lot of people know. So, I'll find the link and I'll post it on Dojo for you guys to find if you're interested. Okay?